for the latest and greatest, okayest detailing vlog. We are back in Minnesota, actually. So we're at Malibu Aerospace. Last 3 weeks I was on the road in Florida, Georgia, California. Now I'm back in Minnesota. It took 7 hours to get here because it's snowing like crazy, and I hit Minneapolis right at rush hour, so that was not good planning. I'm working on this plane here, but I want to show you this plane real quick. I coated this in San Diego about a year ago, and it's here, it's changing owners. But check out the beading action on the wing here. Not bad for a 1-year-old coating. Still beats better than wax, right? Better than wax on day one, I should add. This plane, like I said before, those late 80s Pipers have really good paint systems, and we can bring them back very nicely. The problem is that with these oxidized paint systems, all that oxidation clogs up the pads, and we have to do multiple correction steps to get it all back, which is fine. The results are going to be well worth it. The owner of this plane is planning on keeping his aircraft for a very long time, so it's going to be a great investment. He's going to love his plane again. Hashtag love your plane again. The other thing is the interior on this plane. We're going to touch that as well, and I want to show you a quick little test area I did. We can definitely work with those results, right? So I'm going to get to washing. It's Friday night now. I just got in, so I'm going to start washing the plane, probably just the top sides. Get started with paint correction, and then tomorrow morning I'll get underneath, start scrubbing all that. There's something interesting. Old single-step oxidized paint, really porous. So when you have oil, it soaks right into it. When we coat things, the oil doesn't have a chance to get into that paint, and that's one of the reasons the airplane looks better, but is also a lot easier to clean. So I just did a test area to see if we really do need to do a 2-step correction, or if I can get away with a 1-step, because I am actually intrinsically lazy. And I'd much rather do a 1-step, save the customer money, save me time, if we can get away with it. So first I did a section with a wool pad with the last cut compounding glaze. This is a heavier compound. We used the dual action polisher, so that's what this looks like. Then we did another section with just a foam pad, hyper polish rotary, and I actually overlaid the two so you can see what this looks like. So check this out. So this is before, okay, dull. This, so I put a tape line down. This is with the compound, so the heavier cut. Then I put another tape line down. This is just the 1-step. Now you can see, this looks good, right? This looks better than this, but this looks better than this. So you see that diagonal line here? We just have deeper gloss, and overall it's just a little bit more reflective. So there is actually a benefit here. Now this effect is actually much more pronounced on the whites, but the white doesn't video very well. So I redid it over here. So based on this process, we're going to do a heavy correction first, which is going to make it look like this. Then we're going to go over it with the hyper polish and a foam pad to really finesse it down. And you can actually see that this side here is glossier than this side because this got further refined with a softer foam pad. So it's 1:19, which is a good time to call it for the night. I got some good progress done. I'll show you. Here on back, polished. All 3 steps. There on down, and the top of that. So not a whole lot done, but today was really more about process development, and tomorrow's going to be about grinding. So day 2 update. I haven't done a lot of filming today. The underside of this wing is done. Top side isn't done yet. The whole left side is done. That took a lot of work. The thing that really killed me today was the underside. It was amazingly stubborn to get that clean. So I just got that scrubbed off, came back from a little food break, and now I'm going to get under there and finish it off and get some polishing going down there. Once that's done, it's uphill from there. I'm gonna get to this side, hopefully finish all of that tonight, and then if I still feel like it, I'll try and get the wings done as well tonight. But now we're getting really ambitious. So let's take a quick look at some before and afters on here that you can see. I've also been doing some paint touch-up, so that's drying and I can put a little bit more paint on it. But it's looking really good. This is going to be a very, very sharp airplane. So it's midnight, it's technically Sunday morning now. I'm gonna start on the right side of the fuselage. So the left side is done, very definitive brightening of the paint. It's a lot whiter, it reflects light a lot better. So great results on that side from that 2-step correction. On this side, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll show you what that process looks like. So first thing we're gonna do is a heavy cut with a wool cutting pad and compound. We're going to use the dual action polisher because that's not as prone to overheating as the rotary is, because the rotary is battery powered. Once we get the major oxidation off and do our major correction, we're going to use the rotary to refine it, especially on the blue and kind of that bluish gray. You do see a difference. Based on our test area, it makes a worthwhile difference in gloss. So that's going to be step 2, 2-step coating. Let's do it. All right, so I'm going to do a I mean, I've already done a test spot, but this is just going to be a good dramatic before and after. I already got some compound on, and I changed my mind, so I'm going to put a little bit of tape down on this body seam here and show you what a paint correction can do for you. Tape just makes it more dramatic. Wool pad, dual action polisher, the last cut compound. We're going to spread it on there. Oh yeah. Here's all the oxidized paint coming off the pad. So there's just a little bit of fuselage left that needs to be paint corrected. Above the emergency exit area on the right hand side, you can see it better on the aerial view with the drone. So to get up there, I have to stand on the wing actually, and it's very important if you ever do this that you know, it's different for every airplane, that you know whether or not you can stand on that wing. So for this plane, I can stand here. I shouldn't stand here because this isn't supported, right? So every plane is different. If you're not sure, you know, the owner or mechanic that knows that plane is going to be able to give you a better answer. So I'm not teaching you how to do this. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. This is not instruction, but I'm going to hop on the wing, get the top of the fuselage done, and it's like 3 a.m. almost. So once I get that done, that'll be a great stopping point, and I'll be back tomorrow or in like a few hours, to finish up the fuselage. So it's Sunday morning, got a few hours of sleep. Fuselage almost done. Gonna crank that out. I think just the front nose part on the right hand side is left. Once that's done, I gotta get on the ladder, get the vertical stabilizer. Then I think I'm gonna coat. I think I'm gonna coat the fuselage, then polish the wings, just to kind of get ahead of the coating game a little bit. And then we're gonna work on the leather, make some miracles happen on that. So it's gonna be a long day. I need to be back home 8 a.m. Monday. It's 9 a.m. Sunday right now, so I have 23 hours to get a lot of work done and drive 4 to 5 hours back home. So let's get started. Panel wipe time. After that, coating. fuselage is coated and looking really good. That's a nice thing to check off the list. Next thing, wings. So I already polished the underside of this wing, still have to polish the underside of the right-hand side wing. Something different on this particular model of Malibu is that it has spoilers. So check this out. So this surface pops up. It's hydraulically actuated to help add drag. So if you look at the paint difference, you see how just that paint being covered up is less oxidized. Now, of course, all the oxidation is on this surface here, but just shows you the power of UV oxidation. So I'm going to get started on the wings, just like the rest of the plane. We're going to do a two-step on it, and then once that's done, get those wiped down, and I'll have to go back up, coat the vertical stabilizer, coat the horizontal stabilizers, coat the wings, and then we go on to leather cleaning. Paint coating is done. I work on the leather. It's like 1 a.m. And then go home. All done. I'm gonna go home. Plane looks beautiful. 1985. It's 1985. It looks that good.